All right, good morning. So I want to kind of give you a drive through on how to use Canvas. This is your homepage. And so when you get to your homepage, really almost everything you need is on this homepage. So for example, if I click on chapter one, and do notice a lot of students didn't notice this last semester. I have them in order of how we are learning them. So yes, it does go one, two, four, three. I do know how to count. But we will be doing chapter one, two, and four together, and then we'll be doing three and five, and then we also have a little, we'll have a little out of order later too. The reason for that is I cannot change the order of the labs, but I can change the order in which I teach the book, and I try to teach you the material that we're doing in lab, so you understand the lab better. All right, so this is why I kind of move things around a little bit. But when you get to chapter one, so what you'll do is you'll click on it. And as you click on it, it should take you. It should. I have been building this website from scratch. So if something's not working, let me know. So this is your first module. I have a book. I know this doesn't look like our book. So our book, which has the tree like this on it, this is the college edition of it. It has been made specifically to cut out about half of the book, so you're not paying for a huge book that you are not going to use. But this is, if you find this online, because some students have problems with the fees or whatever. Some students try to find one online. This would be the actual what the actual book looks like that we're using. I have all these links here. So you can, the notes, the PowerPoint notes are here. I have the link to each of the module. You can go to the next lesson by pushing this button, and then the chapter quiz is here, and then the lab is here. So again, all these things you can click on and it takes you places. So for example, if I want to go to the lab, I click on the lab and then I have everything I need for lab. So, which our first lab is scientific method. We have our objectives, we have our vocab. You click on the lesson video. That is my video on the lab. You have your virtual labs. Okay, there are two different ones for this particular chapter. One is kind of how to use the virtual lab, and then one is the virtual lab. And then you have a link to turn in your homework. You also have keys here. What I want you to do for your labs. When you do your labs, you fill out your lab book as you go through it. And then I have a lab book key so you can check your answers. Because if you do the review, which is what I'm grading, and you did your lab wrong, then of course your review is going to be wrong. So fill out your lab book. You're going to read through your lab, watch any videos that I have for it, fill it out, then check your answers, and then then you do your lab review, which is right here, the homework. And then this will send you to a different location. This is going to send you to the modules on the side. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Here's your lab quiz, and then here's some more of your options. Okay, so if I want to go back to my chapter module, I'm going to click here and hopefully this link works. And yay, go me, it worked. All right, so I have divided this chapter into 3 parts. And so you can go to any of the parts. If I'm lucky, it's linked, which I don't know if I have the links working here. Let's see. Yes, okay. It's just not bold for some reason. And then you have part 2. And then you'll have the lesson notes I put here in case you didn't get them. And then here's the lesson video. And then I have some additional videos that will help you. I have what are called guided reading. Guided readings are questions that I ask for you to answer while you're reading, because some of us like to read but think about other things. And so we're really not processing the information. And then I have a key here. You can check your answers. This is not homework. It is just additional resources for some of you that need that extra support. Some of you guys may be fine. All right. And then again, you have your options here to go to the home module. And we go back. Okay. So if I need to go back, I can go to the home button. So there's all of these things over here. So here's the home button. And again, the home button will take me back here. All right, so if I go down here, I also have what's called the weekly schedule. And so if you click on one of those links, it'll take you to what I expect you to do this week. It's You're going to have so many different places that are going to tell you what to do. So I kind of give you a little bit more instruction here, what you're supposed to be doing for class, what you're supposed to be doing for lab. I've kind of highlighted some really important things here. If this doesn't help you, I also have this syllabus link on the side. On your syllabus link, if you click on this up here, it will actually give you the syllabus, or here it gives you what to do every day. You should also have on that home page, you'll also get over in this corner here, what is coming up, what is due. And so there are multiple places for you to get reminders as to what is due on what day. So you have here what's coming up, you have here in syllabus. I try to give you announcements. Here's your grades if you want to look for your grades. I also have this button here called modules, and the modules bring you here. This is what you would traditionally see on a Canvas. If you've used Canvas in other courses, this is generally where you work out of. As I said in my little email I sent out, I wanted you to read through all of this stuff in the syllabus module here. Here is instructions on how to get into your virtual labs. If you ordered your book online, here is that online registration so you can get that going. Here's some additional information on your book. If you don't know how to upload an assignment to Canvas, there's a little video here on how to do that. Graphing, I have a demonstration here on how to use Google Sheets for your graphing. I also have an article here on which type of graph to use. A lot of students will give me a line graph when they should have given me a bar graph, or they give me a bar graph when they should have given me a line graph. You need to know what type of graph to use. You also need to know that you have two choices. You can hand graph, and you can take a picture of that and send it to me. That is fine. However, it needs to be on graph paper. If it is not on graph paper, I will mark you off because it will not be to proper scale. The other option is to graph using a graphing program, whether it is Google or Excel or whatever, that's your choice. If we ever need to meet through Zoom, the link for that is here. And then here again is another place you can get the expectations here for what weeks. You notice I already have the first 4 weeks open. So you pretty much know everything for June. And you can see I still am working on July. As you go down here, here's your class exams. I've already opened up the first 2, which is like I said, well, when I'm gone. So I wanted to make sure that they were open. You can't access them until the date they will open. But I wanted to make sure I did, wasn't during a time frame where I had no internet. And I have all these, there's crash course and Boson videos. I put a lot of them in the modules themselves, but if you want additional videos, they are here. And then for chapter 1, I actually have some extra materials. This is kind of where I put extra stuff if you need extra help. Maybe you're not understanding inductive versus deductive. Maybe you need a little bit more help in scientific method. So it's here. Same with chapter 2, more additional information. This is where you're going to be sent for your lab stuff because I can't open keys in that other module, that home page setting. So like when you get to lab 1, here is that virtual copy here if you do not have your lab book yet. And then there's some, like I said, some additional materials if you're struggling with some of the concepts. But you can see here, this is where you're going to be sent to for your review cage, that key. That link will send you here because I can time it to open up the key after it's due. Right, so there will be options here. I kind of start to get rid of some of these things like the the lab quiz. This will probably actually be gone because you can access that through your home page inside that module for the lab itself, right? So that's the actual module link over here, all right? For the virtual labs, when you click on the virtual labs themselves, so let's go to home. Let's go to home. Let's see if we can get the first one to work here. So if I go to chapter 1, I go to lab, go to my Erlenmeyer Flask. If I click on my virtual lab, it should take you right to that McGraw-Hill website. Of course, it's going to look a little different for me because I'm an instructor. But you can see here, it's going to send you to that site. So how to do the virtual lab, all right? So this looks a little different because this is the instructor view, but it will send you there. So, I don't know if I can close, everything's in the way. Okay, so go back to home. So home is your friend. If you go to home, that will take you everywhere you need to know. And again, if you want your calendar, click on the syllabus button. If you want to see additional behind the scenes stuff, then go to your module button. But everything should be right here for you. So again, let me go to a different, let me go to lab. Let me go to chapter 5. Chapter 5 is a little unique because it's got 2 labs. But let me go here because a lot of students are struggling with all the links I have in. So here's your objectives. Here's your vocab. This is my lesson video on the lab. Down here, these are department videos. So you'll see a lot from Marcia Hay or Liz O'Grady. Those are the 2 full-timers that basically run and set up this course. So those are all going to be down in here. So these are extra videos for you to click on, like for procedure 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. I kind of summarize and go through everything here, right? So there's so much information for you guys to do. And then don't forget your virtual lab, your homework, and again, all the additional information that's down here. Okay. So I hope that helps you navigate Canvas. Do spend some time going through it, clicking on things. Again, if something's not working, let me know so I can fix it. It's a work in progress. And I hope this is helpful for you and helps you learn everything we need for successful completion of this course. All right, good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.